Hi there. Out this morning, just getting some photographs. It's a beautiful morning. Sun's just kind of hitting the tops of the trees over there, coming through the woods a little bit. You could see it over there. And yeah, I like to get out, get some pictures. And the Bible tells us that, and theologians in the Bible, they tell us that creation reveals God to us, or God reveals himself to us through his creation. And we can clearly see certain things, certain ones of his attributes in creation. We can see power, majesty is revealed there. God's wisdom is revealed there. But now I'm not a theologian. I'm just a guy with a camera, likes to get outside. I like to read my Bible, think about God, study God. But I'm not a theologian. But I know there's three main themes in the Bible. And those themes can actually be seen in God's creation. So what are these three main themes in the Bible? Well, God is great. God is awesome. God is mighty. God made a grand creation, right? He created people. He created nature. He created everything. So God is great. And the second main theme in the Bible tells us, is there's a fall. Something went wrong, right? People sinned. Mankind sinned and took all creation down in the fall, right? So that's also a theme in the Bible, right? We sinned, we're bad, we're separated from God, but then there's God's redemption is also in the Bible through Jesus Christ and his life and his death and his resurrection, his death on the cross, his resurrection in 3 days. That tells us there's redemption and God renews our souls, right? He makes all things new, the Bible tells us. So God is a God of redemption. And how do we see these things in creation? Well, we do. We see first off that God is a grand and glorious creator, right? We see so many awesome things in nature. Sorry, I got you close to me there. But we see so many awesome things in God's creation, from things like the Grand Canyons, the Rocky Mountains, and things around the world that are just so awesome. And we can see that God is a great creator. Just think of all the wildlife, the different kinds of wildlife. There are bears and lions and tigers and squirrels and thousands of kind of birds and eagles, and there's just so much that God's created. God is awesome, and he created a wonderful creation. He's powerful, he's wise, he's great. But then something went wrong, right? Something's wrong in creation, right? There's lots of pain. There's lots of suffering, right? There's death, right? I got a mosquito bite right there, just being out here this morning. Something's wrong. Something's not. There's no paradises like the Garden of Eden, right? Something's definitely went wrong. So creation reveals God is great, just like the Bible does. And then creation reveals something went wrong. And then finally, creation reveals there's redemption, right? There's redemption. God brings redemption to our souls and to our spirit and gives us salvation from when we repent and when we follow after Jesus. God gives us salvation when we do those things. We repent and we follow after Jesus. So he and the Bible again says he makes all things new, right? He creates us new when we believe and follow after Jesus. And we can see creation shows God's renewal. Every spring is God's renewal. We see it in the new flowers and the green growth. I'm here, it's early fall, and things are kind of falling down on the path. But in 7 months from now, there'll be a lot of new growth because God brings renewal. Even in the morning sunrise, right? Every sunrise is a picture of God's renewal. So the three themes of the Bible are revealed in God's creation, right? God is awesome, right? He's magnificent. He's mighty. He's great. He's made a great creation, including people who are the crown of his creation, right? Made in his image, right? So that theme of the Bible, that God is great and God is a creator and God is awesome, is there in creation. And then there's also, something went wrong, right? There's death, there's destruction in nature. And then there's God's redemption, which we see in the springtime and we see in every sunrise. So that's it. And if you'd like to learn more about just drawing near to God through nature photography, visit my website, thecreationspeaks.com. Check out my photo blog. So check all that out. And there's some free downloads for photographers about faith and photography and photo tips, and you can get all that there. So check all that out, and God bless you, and may you draw near to him.